Hey folks, today I'm going to show you how you can operationalize some of Daloopa's data. So in front of me is a model that we've constructed internally, complete with forecasts, estimates. This will be similar to something that perhaps you have built, right? This is not a Daloopa model. This is just models with your own data, your own links, your own estimates, and so on. So perhaps this is something that you've built on your own. The first thing you can do with Daloopa is we can actually convert your existing model into a Daloopa linked model for you with a couple of clicks. So if I just log in here into our plugin, and I can come in and basically say, for Adobe, I would like to retrofit column S. So I'd like to fill in column S with links. And column S is 2021 Q2. I'm going to use column R as a reference, just for checking purposes. And as you can see, in basically a couple of seconds, what we've done is we have added hyperlinks into each of these data points. So if you were to click into this 9.5, you will see that we're bringing you to the source. And it's going to be the same for all of these other things. If you click into digital media, it's the same idea, right? The number is sourced here. So let me just paste formats to clean things up. So now column S is actually not just your own hard-coded data, but we've also mapped every single number here into the Daloopa model. So you can click in and source. Why is that important? Well, the value of this is when a new quarter gets updated, right? Let's say I would like this quarter to contain the actual data, right, for 2021 Q2. I want column T to have 2021 Q2's actual data. You can come in here and you can say for column T, I would like 2021 Q2. If you hit update, you will start seeing your own estimates get updated with the Daloopa numbers. So while we don't override any of your projected drivers, we will go in and we will replace the data that needs to be updated. So if you were to click into one of these, you will notice that will bring you to the latest quarter. So that's really the first way to operationalize it. Just in a couple of clicks, we can fit one of your models with the Daloopa hyperlinks, and on top of that, we will update your models when earnings happen. Now, what if you don't have an Adobe model? Let's say this is a company that you're looking to explore, you're trying to understand. What do you do? Well, that is also relatively simple. So you will come in to our marketplace and you would say, I'm looking for Adobe. You would download the model. And we've seen customers use our data in a couple of different ways, right? Our data sheet contains everything Daloopa has collected, which is really everything the company has disclosed. And what is some of the most efficient ways of us seeing customers do it is they would create a new tab. And in that new tab, they would essentially import our sheet into their model. So they would say, let's copy this sheet into my model. And now in your Adobe model, right, perhaps this model hasn't been built. This is empty, right? So this is your model. You have all of Daloopa's data. Now, we've seen people do this a couple of ways. The first way is obviously to come in here and say, hey, look, this is perhaps the chunk of KPIs I want. I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste it in here. And you can just, using a couple of quick strokes, create the bones of your model relatively quickly. You come in here and you say, I want all of the KPIs and I want all of the segmental breakdown, right? Maybe you want all the revenue breakdown. So you come in here and boom, you essentially have the bones of all of your drivers, right? How you want to drive your model is obviously up to you. If you want to create year-on-years, you want to create quarter-on-quarters, that's entirely up to you, right? You can very quickly come in here and there you go. You have your year-on-year growth rates. So that's sort of like the first way we've seen people do it. Just simple copying and pasting and very quickly just building a model. Typically, we see customers build entire models using our data in less than 20 minutes. The second way people do it is they would say, well, since your sheet is going to update automatically, I'm just going to directly link my data to your sheet. So what they would say is they would have maybe perhaps, cloud ARR, digital ARR, and maybe this is what you care about. And then you care about subscription revenue, and you care about total revenue. Hypothetically, this is what you care about in your model. Well, you can link it to cloud ARR. Well, I guess it's creative ARR. Right, so you can link it to creative ARR. You can link this to digital ARR. And you can link subscription revenue and total revenue. And just like that, you essentially have all of the data. Now, why do people sometimes do this? The reason they do this is because perhaps they don't want to use the Daloopa update feature directly into their models. What they want to do is they want to update this sheet. And after they update the sheet, because their model is completely linked, just by basically copying and pasting this, you will end up with the updated new quarter worth of data. The upside of this method that our customers have told us is by doing this, they maintain the integrity of the entirety of the Daloopa sheet. And as a result, you don't lose flavor on the company. One of the things we constantly hear from our customers is we provide a very extensive range of KPIs, guidance, and segmental breakdowns, perhaps more than what you would need in your model. But a lot of the data remains important, and you don't want to discard them from your model. So you want the source of truth. Maybe someday you come into your model and you ask yourself, hey, I want to know how much revenues come from India. Well, Adobe doesn't report that lately, but historically they have. And without deleting the sheet, you can come in and take a look. Oh, I guess in 2018, they did disclose how much revenue comes from India, right? So information like this doesn't get lost when you do it this way. So there's basically two ways you can do this. The first way to build a model with us is to simply copy and paste the data in. And the second way is to maintain the source of truth sheet on one space and create the model by linking through. In this way, you always maintain the key segmental detail as well as all of the detailed breakdown, guidance, KPIs, adjustments. Every flavor that the company provides is going to stay here as a source of truth for you in case you want to reference it back.